Now, I'm not adding salt to this, but I will add some black pepper. And the reason I'm not adding salt is because you've got the bacon, you've got the bacon jam, you know, you got the mayonnaise, you got enough salt in it. It doesn't need any more salt. If you taste it and you think it needs salt, then yeah, add some salt to it. It's up to you. If you think it needs more of anything, or less, you know, if you've got too much of anything and you think, oh my God, it's soup, it's mush, add some more eggs to it. And a little black pepper. And probably what I'll do is I'll probably go out, because I forgot to do it before we started, I'll probably go out, get some fresh parsley and chop up some parsley in it too. This is paprika for color, just a dash. Gives it a nice little tangy color. Alright, so now the fun part, that's the secret ingredient. Curry powder. Plain old curry powder. Any curry powder you can use. It gives it a really good flavor. The curry and the eggs go so well together, and the curry and the bacon, of course, goes excellent together. Okay, so now, taste it. Look. I'm going to set that over there and rip for the bacon. Let's check the bacon. Hang on. I'm going to move you a minute. Hang on. Oh, it's almost done. Almost done. I know you don't like it when I move you around. I'm afraid you're going to fall off the tripod. Well, I hope that's good. I hope you can still see what we're doing here. Okay. Alright. So, now, let's move on. So, let's recap before we move on to the next dish. Candied bacon is in the oven. Strips of bacon on a rack, on an old pan, drip pan, sprinkled with brown sugar, cayenne, and cinnamon. That's it. Boiled eggs, curry powder, mayonnaise, pickle relish, and onion. That's it. And paprika. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start on the broccoli, cheese, and rice. That'll go to the chickens. And I want to finely chop some celery. If you don't want to put celery in it, don't put celery in it. I don't care. Do it your way. Common sense. A recipe is just a guideline. Just a guideline. Then you take it and make it your own. I've always done that. Gotten in trouble in cooking school for that, but because I can always think of a better way to do something. Alright. Chop up some onion. I don't want a lot of celery. I could do another stalk actually, because those are kind of small. But for the sake of time, we're just going to do one. My husband's not a big celery fan anyway. Yeah, I mean, he is, but he'll know. It's not noticeable, and you really don't want it to be noticeable. It's more of an aromatic than anything else. So I use that ring that I cut before. I'm going to use another ring, and we're done with the onion for now. Got one more. That one onion is doing 3 dishes. That's common sense cooking right there too. Yes, it's a big onion. You say, "Oh my God, I'll never use all that onion." Well, if you're not cooking 3 dishes at one time, that's okay. How about if you put it in a Ziploc baggie and put it in the refrigerator for a few days? It'll keep. It's not going to go bad. But I'm getting 3 meals, 3 dishes. Well, considering you said 2 meals. Egg salad's going to be 1 meal. That would be lunch. And then I'm doing a main course and a side dish. So, 3 dishes out of just 1 onion. Alright, so, now, we're going to move this out of the way. And we're going to get our pan. I know it's not cast iron, but that's because we're making a sauce. And I don't like having to clean up after a sauce. Alright. So now what do I need? Oh, there it is. Didn't know what I was doing. Let's take this stuff out of the way because we're going to get confused if we put way too much stuff in this. Just move it over here for now. Put it away later. We'll put it away later. Okay, so now, what we're going to do is, there we go. We're going to put that on medium. And we're going to put some butter in a pan, about a couple tablespoons of butter. Good light, nurse. Good night, nurse. I spend my whole life like this, guys. Don't worry about it. Alright, while that's melting, I'm going to open a can of cream of chicken soup. And this is not a fancy broccoli, cheese, and rice. This is old school, the way my mama used to make it. That's not talking. Dadnammit. Alright. There it goes. Had to wait for it to pop. Right. That's just Cheez Whiz. Cheese sauce. Any kind of cheese sauce. Alright, get that butter melting up and bubbly good. And we'll get that butter to toast. Alright, then when that's already bubbly and melty, we're going to throw in our onions and our celery. And we're going to just kind of crisp them up a little bit, sweat them out. There we go. And to that I'm going to add a little garlic powder. Or fresh garlic, whichever. And black pepper. Healthy amount. Don't be shy on this part because you're going to be adding a lot of stuff to it. Kosher salt. Do I need to fill my salt? No. Okay. Spread those around. Are you with me? Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to take some Pam and get our casserole bowl ready, because this goes together really fast. Really fast. Okay, so, hang on just a second. Hang on. I'm back. Okay, we're going to go on another field trip, so hold on to your queasy stomach. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to pull our bacon. There is our candied bacon. Isn't that pretty? We'll deal with that in a minute. Let's get this going first, okay? Alright, so we got this going. Now we're going to put in our cream of chicken soup. A third of a cup of milk. And a jar of Cheez Whiz, or any kind of cheese sauce, or if you don't like this, use Velveeta or Easy Melt if you're in the South. If you're in Texas, you can use Easy Melt. That's the local grocery store here in Texas, and I tell you right now, their cheese is better than Velveeta any day. I'll take Easy Melt over Velveeta any day. jar and use for later. Now next week, we're going to be making dewberry jam and dewberry cobbler. I'm just giving you a heads up, it's dewberry time. Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to turn this down a little bit. And we're going to melt the cheese. Get cheese melted. We're going to do this till the cheese melts. And there's our rice. We got our rice ready. I used brown rice. You can use white rice. I wouldn't use wild rice with this. Either brown or white long grain rice, either one of those will work. Whatever you have. I prefer brown. And I didn't have any in the freezer. I had one little package left in the freezer. I need to make up a bunch of rice today after y'all are gone. Remember how we do that? We make a big pot of rice. We put it out, measure it out in Ziploc bags to about the size of one portion, and suck all the air out of it, and then stick it in the freezer. Alright, so now I'm going to take a bag of frozen broccoli, or you can use fresh broccoli. I prefer frozen broccoli for something like this. It's easier. It's quicker, and it's easier, and it's fresher. If you do fresh, you're going to have to blanch it and all that. So that's why we're not doing that. Remember, it's all about 15-minute meals. Easy peasy, common sense cooking.